Okay, guys. So what you see on my screen is what we created earlier using what we call as the revolve tool in the 3D tools palette of AutoCAD. So let's do it again so that you'll be more familiar. Remember, what are the tools? What are the commands that we use? We use 3D rotate, revolve, p-edit, and line, and sometimes offset. Okay. So to create first your section or like half of the or the shape that you want to create, we'll go first to the top view. Okay. And now let's draw our shape. Just go to your home tab and let's use a polyline. Okay, so let's say we'll draw a polyline, which will be like this. I'll keep it simple this time. Okay, not putting any so much. Okay, so like this. Okay, okay. Now this time I will offset this polyline because this is a polyline. I will offset it. I will not put a measurement. I'll just estimate from here to here. Okay, then I will offset it now. So that will be the shape of the section. Now I'll just connect it by with two line with a line right there and another one here. Okay. So what I will do now is I will use the P-edit tool, PE, P-edit, select everything, select one, and then click join, and then select everything. Okay, and then enter, enter again. So this is now a polyline. Okay. So now let's bring it to the 3D view. Okay, like that. What's the next command? 3D rotate. So shortcut is 3DR. Okay, that's 3D rotate. Then we select the object, right? And then press enter. Now, which axis are we revolving down? Are we rotating? Red axis, okay? So it should be like this, okay? Now you have that object, something like that. So we are ready to, what's the tool? Revolve, right? So click revolve, click your polyline, enter. It will ask us for the axis. Where is the axis? Here, right? From here, going there. How many degrees? 360. Enter. So there is your object. Okay, that's it. Okay, you have something like that.
Sir, paano niyo na, how do you rotate this one?
This rotation,
Yes, sir.
I'm just pressing my shift key and then the middle mouse button. You can now rotate like that. Shift key and then middle mouse button.
Shoot. P.
Okay, so that is how you use your. You want one more sample? Or you're already okay? You're familiar, okay? Okay. So let's do the next one, which is loft. What is loft? So in when we create a loft, we are creating a solid which has a different shape at the top and a different shape at the bottom. Okay. So if I click loft, it will look for two shapes, which I don't have. Okay. So now what I will do is I'll go back to my top view and I will draw two shapes. Okay. You go to home. I'll draw a circle first. Okay. And then I'll draw a polygon with how many sides? Let's try 6 sides, enter, and let's do it from here. Okay, no, something like that. Okay. So if I go to my 3D view, I know that both of these are in the same level. Now one shape should be above the other one. So what will we do? We can go to the right side or front view or whichever side view. Let's go to the front view and we need to select one of the shapes. So maybe this is the hexagon. Let's double check. Control 1. This is the, what is it? It's a polyline. We're not sure, right? So better we check in plan view. So let's select the circle instead and let's lift it up. Okay. Now what we will be doing is look at the center Z of the circle. It's at 0. Okay. We want to lift it up. Okay. So what we will do, we will put a value of 5. Okay. And now let's see what happens. Let's go to the 3D view. Now it is above this. It is not in the same plane anymore. So, but seems like 5 is too much. So we will modify this circle and maybe let's just use 1. Okay. So it's like that. So now you can imagine if I'm in the front view, you can change the height or the location of your drawing, the z-axis, if you change the value here. Okay. So let's say I will just put zero point 0.5. It will move on its own. Okay. So now I think we can now create our loft. We need two shapes that are in different z location, z axis. So we click loft, and it will let you select uh, two shapes, and there you go. Escape. Okay, that's okay. Again, loft, select and select, enter. Okay, so there is your shape. Oh, why did it go? Again, loft, click and click, enter and enter, double enter. Okay, so you already have your chocolate bar. So that is your loft. Easy, right? Easier than the it has less steps, but you need to be familiar with changing the z-axis of your line. So let's do another one so that we can be more familiar. Go back to the top view, and now um, let's draw a polyline. Okay, let's do a polyline. Like this maybe just a free polyline. Okay, something like this. Now this will become a little bit complicated maybe. So that is the top. Okay, so let's say this will be the top part, and then the bottom part you wanted to offset it. So let's try to offset by how much? Offset by 1. Enter. Offset this. That is 1. Okay, it's too much maybe. So let's offset again. Offset by maybe point 2. Enter. Okay. What's the next thing to do? We want this at the top. We change the z axis. Where is our z axis?
No, because it's still on the full day.
Let's go to the 3D view. So it's flat actually. So let's see why it does not have z axis. But you can actually move it manually here. If you click on that, wait for this thing to become red, and then you can move it up like that. Now it is saying that there is a move point. See, the value is increasing while I lift it up. Okay, so let's say I'll just put it here. I'll stop there. So now if I look at the front view, it is now above. Okay? So now you know that you can already use this as your what? Loft, right? So click loft, then select these two objects, enter, enter, you're done. So you have that nice shape. All right, Muhammad, you can watch this video, don't worry. So shout out to Mr. Muhammad of Yemen. Okay, I want you to do it so that you'll be familiar with it, and then we'll go on to the next tool, which is the sweep. It's a nice tool as well. Okay, I'll stop sharing.